When everyone else is in the cafeteria, I look out. I took my and Ren's dinner to my room. Ren didn't want to see anyone. I asked Masato to sleep in another room. He agreed without asking why. Ren? I don't want to remind you again, but... She looked at me, holding a bowl of rice in her hands. Did you try contacting Kingo over there? She shook her head. I think Kingo is our only ally now. I told her in a quiet tone. It's weird to put it this way. I don't mean to say everyone else is our enemy. I'm sure they're having a tough time too. I know it's for your own good. But only Kingo thinks of you and me now. So when you finish eating, I want you to call him over. She was unable to trust even Kingo. Just act like always. Then take the cats with you and get it to the upper bunk. She finally complied. I called Kingo and he immediately came to my room. Somehow I happened to see him in that ridiculous jumper. In the bed. I pointed at the bulge under the blanket. Well, about that. I know everyone thinks about Ren, but casting her aside, you know, it's having the opposite effect. She's going to become even more helpless than before. Look, she's even afraid of meeting you. She only seems to trust me now. I don't know how to persuade the others. And Kyosuke will be in my way. So I thought that I'd run away with Ren. You're a fucking idiot. Kingo listened to me with his eyes fixed on the ground. He didn't say a word. So I asked him, say Kingo, is this the right way? Thank you. He's right, that's just... It's such a fucking terrible idea. Are you saying I won't be able to protect Ren? I don't know what to do here. I don't know. Logically, it's telling me that I think it's the best to give up. What I think the best ending is, if we went with Cud's ending last time, it was definitely the one that I didn't think was the right answer that was the right one, so it'll probably be go. If so, I will never let go of her hand. I'll hold her hand forever. You know, I was just pretending to be tough. It was no secret to me. I was uncertain myself. I'm suffering from narcolepsy. Yeah, that's the reason why it would be hard. Never letting go of her was certainly impossible. But when he put it so bluntly, it was especially painful. That means I'll still need some time to. But there's no time left. No, there isn't. They'll take her back tomorrow evening. We only have until then. Even if I became stronger before she next comes back here, what will happen to her in one more week? And then another week after that. She might no longer be herself by then. And even then, there's no guarantee I will change. What? What way? Kingo was showing me the way. But one that was too much for me. His words caught my attention. You mean everything will be like before? You're contradicting yourself, Kingo. If I'm not strong, how can I win? He was talking about how I got a hit against Kyosuke. That was a pure fluke. And Sasegawa helped a lot too. Eh? Kyosuke realized the graveness in the situation once he saw the fierce look in Kingo's eyes. Masato. Oh my god.
リトルバスターズは今や野球チームだからな。またマウンドに立つとすっか。
Kyosuke stood up.
味方の投げるボール、それを先に3本柵越えさせた方の勝ちだ。
That's fucking easy.
いいだろう。で、そっちの相方は？
悪いな。
I heard someone's voice.
俺だ。
Of course. I turned around and saw Masato approaching with a bat in his hand.
お前の筋肉が生きる時が来たぞ。
うるせえ。こんなことのために鍛えてなんかねえんだよ。
力任せに振れ。それだけでいい。こっちから軌道にボールを投げ入れてやるさ。
そんな簡単にいくか。でも負けるわけにもいかねえ。
Masato looked at Kengo as if trying to set a blaze with his eyes. Kengo will have to be the batter too, being the stronger of us. It will be a game of strength between Masato and Kengo. Masato's pride will not allow him to lose to Kengo, so he's as serious about the game as us, albeit for different reasons. It was likely part of Kyosuke's scheme. Consider the irony of the situation. 4 friends glaring at one another defiantly. I have never seen anything like this before. Kyosuke looked up at the sky.
雨が降ってきそうだな。すぐ始めようぜ。
I shouldn't make Rin wait for too long either. We played rock, paper, scissors to decide who goes first. I won. Which should I pick?
練習がなしなら高校だ。
We decided to go second. Kyosuke put on a glove for no apparent reason and took the mound.
素振りしてみろ。
Masato followed his orders and entered the box.
全力でだぞ。
言われなくても俺はいつだって全力だぜ。
OK。じゃあ始めよう。ワインドアップで投げる。1球でタイミングをつかめ。捨て球はこれ1球だけだぞ。
He raised the glove above his head and quickly pitched the ball. It was a weak fastball. Masato caught it with the bat. Foul ball, it went way beyond the school building, vanishing into the cloudy sky.
飛距離は十分だな。次はいけるだろう。
They pretty much got it right on the first try.
交代だ。
Kyosuke stepped down from the mound. I turned to Kengo. You'll be batting, right?
今、打たない手もあるなと思った。だが、それこそ俺の意味がなくなるな。
Yeah.
ほらよ。
Kengo caught the bat. Masato tossed it him in the air. Yeah, you have to hit it here. You have to hit it beyond the fence. If we take the lead here, it's going to be huge. It's stressful to be in a position of having to catch up. If only I can pitch the ball in the strike zone, Kengo will take care of the rest. It's Kengo we're talking about. So far as physical strength is concerned, Kengo's unrivaled. And not only that, he's just as strong mentally. I can rely on him. As long as I don't mess up, we can win. Let's do it. Straight down the middle. I took a set position. I turned to the side looking at Kengo. He was gripping the bat with just one hand like before. I could hear my heart beating. Isn't it too fast? Was I nervous? It's okay. Calm down. I shouldn't think of anything. I just need to throw the ball. Why am I taking so long? Kengo won't get the timing right. Just pitch it already. I lifted my knee, rotated my hips, and balanced my body. Wait. As I lowered my leg, I realized something was off. Was the mound always so high? It was the reason I made a mistake. When I pitched the ball, the angle was too shallow. Like that, the ball slipped from my fingers. I kept my eyes fixed on the ground. I couldn't raise my head. No sound came from the batter's box.
構うな。次は打つ。
Kengo cheered me on. I felt something hit my head. Raindrops started falling. And quickly turned into a downpour.
これは長くは続けられないな。
Yeah, we can.
1本差でコールドゲーム成立だ。いいな。
Kyosuke's voice echoed throughout the sports ground. Kengo agreed to the terms.
交代だ。
Kyosuke touched my shoulder, and I finally stepped down from the mound. I could not meet Kengo's eyes.
さあ、決めるぜマスト。その筋肉が伊達じゃねえってとこ見せつけてやれ。
見せつけねえでも伊達じゃねえぜ。
いや、見せつけないと伊達だな。
そんなとこに神経使わねえでもいつだって俺は本気だ。
そりゃ頼もしい。
Masato picked up the bat and got into position. Kyosuke prepared to pitch. A short and sharp sound. I didn't need to confirm it with my eyes. Judging by the speed and angle alone, the ball went far beyond the field. If we don't hit the ball now, we lose.
リキ、お前は何も気負うことはない。安心しろ。お前の相棒は百戦無敗。負け知らずの男だ。信じろ。
I answered him with a silent
Nico.
nod. I walked to the mountain lashed by rain. I kept my mind blank. I put my entire faith in Kengo Miyazawa. He's unrivaled and he's my friend. Rain was stinging my eyes. I brushed my hair out of the way. Then I got into a set position. I'm ready, Kengo. I only said it in my mind, but for some reason Kengo gave me a nod. The only reason I could remain calm was because Kengo took all the responsibility. I lifted my leg and balanced on the other one. My left foot was planted firmly in the ground. With a final shake of my hand, I released the ball from my fingertips. It was a normal pitch. The ball zipped toward the area around Kengo's chest. It was a bit too close, but it was enough for Kengo to miss. Really? His eyes blinked. Something made him miss. The ball hit the fence behind him and dropped uselessly to the ground.
ふざけるな。
He screamed so loudly the drops of water splattered around.
茶番だ。
He turned to Kyosuke, his face contorted in anger.
京介。
He tossed his bat away and strode toward Kyosuke. I'd never seen him so worked out. He roughly grabbed hold of Kyosuke's shirt and both of them fell to the ground. They rolled across the muddy field. Masato hurried to break them up. I helped Masato by pulling Kengo's arm behind his back. He was so strong. Kengo didn't let go of Kyosuke's shirt collar. Masato tried to pull his hand away, but Kengo didn't give in. In the end, Kyosuke's shirt tore and a button sprang off. Only then did Kyosuke loosen his grip, and Kengo loosened his grip. Masato and I grasped him and pinned him to the ground. Then Masato locked Kengo's arm behind his back. Finally, he was pacified. Only the sound of rain and ragged breathing could be heard. We remained motionless, waiting for the rain to wash off the mud. The hell did he do? Kyosuke was the first to get up. He looked down at us. No, at Kengo. His shirt was ruined. There was a certain sacredness to it, a vague feeling of the holy. The image of crucified Christ flashed in my mind. Jesus. Okay.
コールドゲームだ。
A baseball term that refers to a game where the umpire calls the game off for reasons such as weather. He only said that as he disappeared into the rain. What did he do? I lay in my room dumbfounded. Even Kengo couldn't win against Kyosuke. That's because he cheated. He did something. Still plastered with mud, he simply went off somewhere after that. His steps had been heavy, as though he couldn't really see anything anymore. I almost went after him, but Masato told me to leave him alone. Masato and I took a bath afterward, and went our separate ways. I went back to the room where Rin was waiting for me. She was sleeping in the bed together with her cats. She looked so innocent, so deeply attached to her cats. It felt so much like a symbol of the way we'd been until recently that I felt like crying. Soon she would have to wake up and say goodbye to the cats, only to be taken to some faraway place. Why did Ren of all people have to go through this? If she stayed here, wouldn't that be the real happiness for her? I considered the possibilities, warming my hands with a cup of coffee. If I ran away with Ren, Kengo had said there would be nothing but despair for us. But still better than doing nothing and letting Ren go. If Ren says she wants to run away, then I won't have to think twice. I'll take her with me and go, and end these painful days. I was getting prepared for such a day. Where should I run to? I had enough money. No, you don't have enough money. My parents left it for me. I wasn't particularly happy about spending the only thing I had to remember them by, but with the money we could get by. You do not have enough money to last a fucking month. At last I called Masato, because you had to pay fucking rent, all the utilities, food, shit like that. It's just, you don't have enough money for that. No matter how much your parents left you.
Hey.
Hey, it's me.
どうした?
Only when I heard his voice did I realize I didn't know why I'd called him. I had nothing to tell him. If I told him about my plan, he might try to stop me. I should keep quiet. But Masato, he's my roommate. We spend so much time together in this room. He's only interested in working out. He always copies my homework. But it was thanks to him I had so much fun. I hadn't felt lonely. I couldn't see clearly through my tears. I'm sorry, I drove you out of the room. The room belonged to the both of us. You can see it all you want from... You can use it all you want from now on. I heard a voice coming from the bed. Ren had woken up. Thank you, Masato. I said to him in the end. I hung up the phone. She asked worriedly. No, I just made a call. She yawned with relief as she spoke. Listen, Ren. I leaned on the bed and looked at her face. Let's run away. She didn't understand what I was talking about. You don't want to go back, right? She nodded. That's why we should run away, right now. Then you won't have to go back there. Her eyes widened in surprise. Yeah, really. She was happy. She was like a small child. Not thinking about what would happen to her and what was it waiting ahead. She didn't think about anything. I turned off the lights and told Ren to hide in the bed. That night, the dorm mother and other grown-ups I didn't know came to ask if I knew where Ren was. I lied that I didn't. We decided to part in the morning. I figured it would be dangerous to move out during the night. Even if we did manage to leave the school, we'd likely end up in police custody. Like they're not going to put out a fucking search warrant for a missing girl. I also couldn't get Kengo's words out of my head. No light of hope. If you let her go of her hand even once, she'll never get her back. You'll never get her back. I feared that darkness. Finally, dawn broke. The sky in the west was still dark. There was still time before the students would come out of their morning practices. We took our backpacks and left the dorm. Both of us had our everyday clothes on. It was quiet. Everyone was still asleep. At this time, there isn't even anyone patrolling the campus. Kyosuke was going to be out there. We arrived at the gates. Obviously, they were closed. Climbing over them as quietly as I could, I told Ren to throw her bag over the gate, but she didn't hear me and just gripped the gate. She jumped over without much effort. Yeah, that thing's like waist high. Well, she was more physically fit than me anyway. I said we should go, but she shook her head. Why? On the other side of the gate, several cats were sitting and watching us. Oh my god. Leave them. She called out her cats' names. I was worried that someone would hear her loud voice, but I couldn't stop her. She kept desperately calling out. But not a single cat came over to this side. The cats turned away from us as if they agreed upon it, and went back the way they came. No. We can't... I don't even think we can take care of ourselves, let alone a fucking herd of cats. Rin put her hand on the gates. Don't. I clutched her shoulder. We don't have time. I desperately appealed to her. Why didn't you think of this beforehand? We didn't have time, but there was another reason. I didn't want to take the cats with us. They were all cats Kyosuke had found. Lennon was one of his subordinates. Oh my god, the fucking cats are in on it. It's a fucking inside job. Yeah, what? Riki. I didn't want to live in fear that he still somehow kept tabs on us. Riki, it's a fucking cat, not a spy. I felt sorry for Ren, but if you need a cat, I'll get you one. I promised to her. I know you feel lonely, but we must go. I pulled her away from the gates. Like that, we left so many precious things behind, and ran away. We boarded a train. It's true we ran away, but it's not like we didn't have a destination. I consulted Ren about where we should go once we got out on the train. We can't rent an apartment. We'll fucking gutter rat soon. But if we live on the street, we'll stand out. We won't enjoy our freedom for too long like that. So I think we should go to someone we know first. You know him too. I'm talking about your grandpa. As in Kyosuke's grandfather. I don't want Kyosuke to have tabs on us. Let's go to our family member's house. Riki, can you not see how this is just fucking stupid? Kyosuke can just call his grandfather and say, hey, have you seen Ren? She's gone missing. Oh yeah, she's right here. Riki, how is a cat gonna do that? It may seem foolish to seek refuge in such a place even though we're hiding from Kyosuke. It is. But I remember, well, that Kyosuke was on bad terms with his grandfather. That doesn't mean you wouldn't call him if you're worried about your sister if she's gone missing. And that Rin was attached to him. If you know that, Kyosuke knows that. So he'd call you... This is just bad. I don't remember how many years ago it was. Back then we had gone on a Little Buster's training camp. It was Kyosuke's idea to go somewhere. But it was Rin who decided where to go. I want to go to Grandpa's house. I still remember Kyosuke's frown of displeasure when he heard her say that. That Kyosuke. I don't know why he decided to go to his grandfather's house regardless. Maybe he just listened to Rin's wish, or maybe he thought he could win now and he'd grown. In the end, it was a complete defeat for him. He lost in every game or mission, as Kyosuke called them, his grandfather came up with. As the loser, he always had to go through humiliation and embarrassment, which was something he'd rarely experienced. All of it was just so hysterical. Ren must have recalled that too, as a smile crossed her face. I'm sure he'll protect you even if Kyosuke comes. If he's still alive. She gave a nod. It was a long journey. It was evening when we arrived by her grandfather's house. We rang the bell, but no one came out. Maybe he's out. We looked suspicious waiting for him at the gate, so we let ourselves in the yard. The sight brought back so many memories. Fucking Kyosuke comes strolling out. It's gonna happen. We had called this place our training camp. Played all sorts of games. I still remember the man's sly smile when he dared us to try something. How I'd love to see him smile like that now. We waited for roughly an hour. It was time for dinner. If he was out, it was about time he came back. It wasn't the first time she said it. I had money, so there was no need for us to starve. Alright, let's get something to eat. As I noticed a store on the way from the station. Once we had procured food, where would we eat? Right outside on the porch? Squeak. Ren got on the porch and opened the glass door. Whoa. Why didn't we go inside? I was thinking it's a bad idea to just barge in like that. Oh my god. I was surprised that the door wasn't locked too. I hope he doesn't have a heart attack when he sees just two random people inside of his house that he might not recognize at first. She went inside. She had a point. So long as she's here, it feels like we may do what we wish. I followed suit. I turned the lights on in the living room and looked around. Ren's grandfather was nowhere to be found. I'd like to make one thing clear. Is your grandfather in good health? I mean, is he okay? I hope he's feeling well, but you haven't heard anything about him dying or anything? Or something? If he did, they would let Ren as his grandchild know first. So if she hadn't, he should be in good health. There was an altar in the room. It was for Ren's grandmother. I had never met her in person. Ren and I folded our hands in prayer. Let's go get something to eat. We left the house. No, I don't think we are. There's too many meals on the table. I had bought pretty much everything Ren said she wanted to eat. I had enough money, but that was still overdoing it. This is why you can't live on your own. You have a very limited income. You don't have any income, actually. You just have funds with no inflow of money. So you can't just spend it. on random fucking shit. I had enough money, but I was still overdoing it. Fried shrimp, shrimp with chili sauce, steamed dumplings with shrimp. Hey, isn't that a tad too much shrimp? Why didn't she just say she wanted to eat shrimp?
でもなんかパーティーみたいでいいな。
No need to stuff yourself up, though. She held a glass of juice in her hand. We were supposed to be on the run. Was it okay for us to live in luxury like this? I wasn't sure. We'd have to make food by ourselves starting tomorrow. I was glad Rin was enjoying herself now,
い
though.
ただきます。
She was wolfing down the food at a furious pace. Now that I thought of it, we hadn't eaten all that much in the afternoon. Overcome by a feeling of insecurity, food just wouldn't go down our throats. But now we felt at ease. At least we tried to.
リキ、なんとこっちもエビだ。
More. Like, there's nothing but shrimp. Didn't she even notice it herself?
まあ、エビは美味しいからいいけどな。
We watched TV. When the program ended, it was almost 10 in the evening. Is he not coming back today?
そうだな。お風呂に入ろう。
Oh my god, if he's fucking dead in the house. She didn't really answer my question, but her suggestion was quite reasonable. What do we do now? Surprisingly, there was no gas in the house. We'd have to use firewood in the backyard to heat the bath. Actually, Kyosuke had to heat the bath back then too. Memories of Kyosuke reluctantly heating the bath came back to mind. I think he simply stuffed the furnace with some fresh wood Masato brought from the mountain. Both of them got scolded afterward. Gengo was desperately trying to start a fire all the while, shedding tears due to the smoke. Kyosuke called him a crybaby. I was just loitering around. Ren was munching on the watermelon she got from her grandfather. Relying on a vague memory, I piled up some wood and struck a match. With a brush of luck, I managed to get a good fire going. Fucking brush of luck, it's fucking wood. The heat from the fire was so strong that the bath water would heat up very fast. When everything else was done, you had to stir the water and put a wooden lid on the bottom of the bathtub. If you didn't, you could get a burn if you touched it. The bath is ready. She took a towel and some toiletry and went to the dressing room. Is the water too hot? I asked her through the window and removed some of the firewood that had turned into charcoal.
いい感じだ。
Her voice was accompanied with a splashing sound.